Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Grimsby FIFA 21 Grimsby to Glory era/save. I tried to link it to the Arsenal save a bit there, as we have some instrumental games today, some huge ones, and of course it is the transfer window. So before the video starts and the press conference and the calendar, smash a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because look at that stat. That stat is not good enough to be going round, as we have Barnsley. Yes, we're going to play 2 and simulate 1 today, as we're going to, of course, have deadline day in its full entirety, I think, today as well, as Barnsley start off Hull and Swindon. So we're going to play Barnsley and Hull and simulate Swindon. First question from Guy from Western. I mean, it isn't a question, but it's just a quote. I don't mind them not being questions, as he says Fisher needs to go on the bench ahead of Darnell Johnson, which I think isn't a bad idea, although Fisher's just getting out on loan, so I think he's going out, in fact. I don't think he's gone just yet, so maybe we can do that. And he's seen a centre-back called Adair. I haven't heard of him. I'm going to scout him. Next one, I think these are mostly youth-inflicted questions, as it's a youth player from Huddersfield. I think Matty Daly is who Lucas MC wants to sign and put him out on loan. I always get that guy on Football Manager. Always, so I'm going to have to look into him on FIFA. Don't know his rating this year. And the next one is something to do with the Youth Academy again. Falkery says, again, try it with the youth players, get a 63 rated player and try and grow them from then on and promote them if they're 63 rated, which I think is a good philosophy further on. Yes, of course, if they're 63 rated, we're going to take them in, but I think I'm still going to accept some players and maybe lower than that. Maybe we'll make the threshold be about 57. If they're lower than 57, they don't come in the team. I think that's a rather good thing to say, because of course then we're not getting stragglers who just stay in the academy and don't grow and come into your team and just don't impress. As the first team, speaking of teams, is going to be this, going into the game at Oakwell. Oh, I think this one's at Oakwell, I think, as it's McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig at the back. I'm so surprised we've still kept him, with Josh McEachran, Hewitt and Otstuma making his debut straight away, because I haven't seen that good of a performance from Clifton or Tunnicliffe in quite a while, with Murphy on the right wing, Long up front, and Martin, who is training to be a left wing again after I moved him into cam when I didn't really need to. And here's the Barnsley team. Is it different to last time? I think it is. I see more defenders, with Walton Britton, Solbauer, Apo Halm in the team this time, Heelick and Williams, with Connor Chaplin in there. Yes, it's 5 at the back, I was right. Chaplin in midfield, though, with Bahari, Fraser, Woodrow and Thomas. I get that he can't take Collie Woodrow out of the Barnsley manager. But then again, Connor Chaplin in midfield is a very weird one. I'm guessing they've lost Alex Mowat, who is a great player for Barnsley in real life. So hopefully we stand a bit more of a chance. And they are coming off the back of a defeat at Barnsley, or a draw. I think it might have been a draw in the last episode. I definitely know they've dropped points, so this is a chance to try and beat them. They've gone more defensive as well, and they look like they're struggling, as Nightingale does get a tackle straight away. The glare on the pitch isn't great, as Otstuma, he's a very, very small player maker, him, as he's going to get back on the ball. Can he do something in his debut? It's a good run from Otstuma. He's got a really good tank on him. Great pace, as he almost poked it past Walton. Great shot from the new man. 4 or 8 minutes in, like literally 4 minutes in real life, and he almost scores. It's probably not been 4 minutes in real life, as we are all over Barnsley since we got the ball off them. Josh McEachran in the middle now to Otstuma again on the run to Hewitt, and it blasts him in the face. But he's given a penalty. It must have been a handball. I thought it was in his face. And 10 minutes into the game at Oakwell, we have won a penalty. Heelick is guilty of doing it. Did he just stick his hands up or something? Oh, that is so unlucky. It's literally just in the box as well, as we've got ourselves a penalty. It's going to be Chris Long. We don't deserve to score it. We really don't. But we're going to go for that bottom left corner. Send the keeper the wrong way and hit the post. Chris Long does not take the chance. That is a big shock. I expected Chris Long to make the net bulge, as he's got another chance to do so anyway. Chris Long does do it this time. Barnsley have come out in this game being absolutely shocking, as Chris Long is now level with Josh Martin on goals. And sorry, Raul Garcia, he's got a goal in your debut, but there's not much chance getting past this man in the squad. Absolute baller. Look at that. Runs through our number 9 past Apo Halm and slots it into that bottom right hand corner past Walton. It is 1-0 to Town. And it's Barnsley's first move of the game now. Woo! And Collie Woodrow got very close, you know. Player of the month almost heading in on their first shot, as this is a great lead at the moment. Of course, we're coming off the back of beating top of the league. I expect our good form to keep on going as Ostuma threads it through to Long again. Can this be number 14? Cuts inside, finesses, and it's a good save. I probably should have kept running, should I say. Down that side, and hit it with the left like the first goal. And it is now Long on the ball. Chris Long gives it out wide to Murphy. Get that down the middle. Go on, Long. You do not mess this up, Long. He's going to cut back. He's got to run on in the middle. Oh, and Hewitt's just blasted it at the, I think it was defender, wasn't it? I've already forgot. As I'm thinking about half-time, as we get the half-time whistle blown. 1-0 up against Barnsley. Very, very good. Can't get complacent despite them literally not showing anything at all. And I think it is time for a change. McEachran, I like how he's come up in form a bit, but then again, he gets tired a lot. So Clifton, I think I'm going to train in future to play CDM. So I'm going to test him in it right now. Also, not really being pushed in the CDM position. The only time they've got past us is from set pieces where the CDM don't really play a part. However, it is Barnsley starting off the better. It's Chaplin playing 1-2s with Woodrow. It's a good job we got that tackling as Clifton. Straight off the bench, maybe an assist as he gives it to Martin. It's a great ball. Josh Martin drilling into the box, puts a cross in because I didn't think the angle was right for a shot. At least we've won a corner though. I mean, our fans are at the other side of the field now, so we can't really celebrate them. Thomas, or Hove should I say, coming off. Thought it was Thomas. He was marking the man at the front post. Matty Pollock to head it back to Josh Martin, who gets a good ball in. Heelick to clear again. Now Pollock with a good ball in into Long, and it's bobbled to the keeper. It's been a game where we've had to dig deep and really have done the job pretty well today. I mean, yes, they've had a little flurry of chances, but I'd literally say a little. Our football has been really good, as hopefully we can prove it to be even better here. Murphy with the ball over the top to Long. Long, can they form a partnership from that wing? No, Walton does save it. Murphy as well. I think he's decreasing a little bit. Maybe Max Wright needs more game time over him. He's going down in rating. He hasn't really contributed as much goals as Martin and Long, has he? So it's now Hove straight off the bench into Woodrow. That man's free there. We can't let Freezer free as Chaplin's got it in the middle. He looks to be playing more far forward and don't. That is not a free kick. I mean, at least it's not a penalty, but no way should you give that. This has put real pressure on us. We've been all over them. They've got a good free kick in a great position. It's going to be Fraser to hit it, and he's missed. I didn't expect it. Ostuma's going to say goodbye. Had a decent debut. Started off very brightly, but you can definitely see his age. 30 or 31, I think he is. So Connolly is going to replace him. Fresh length. I'm playing him in the centre more than I am on the wing. And he could be instantly involved. It's Connolly, the youth player, who scores straight off the bench for his first Grimsby goal. That is the first time we've had a youth player score in a game that we've played. And it's Connolly straight off the bench. The next George Best starts. I mean, he was very close to missing. It's a great run round the 5 at the back. Beats the offside trap. Beats it off the post into the net. I mean, it was very close, you know what I mean? He could have missed that. But no, great finish. Finesse inside of the foot past the keeper. And I love that from you, mate. I love that from you. And it's now Connolly on the ball again. Really getting involved. Gives the ball out wide to Martin right here. Can we get that over the top, please? We can. It's actually a great ball into Chris Long. Long to try and cut inside. I've tried to pass it as well. And we do like playing teams who are above us in the playoffs. We beat Charlton 3-0, and it could be 3-0 here. It's Connolly again! And I went to chip the keeper. The keeper's palmed it. I mean, I messed that shot up, but the keeper should never have not caught that. It's one of the easiest catches in your life, as Martin probably shouldn't be on the field. We should be resting him, as we've got it in the middle again. Connolly around the corner to Hewitt, who's going to dilly-dally on the ball. Put a bad tackling on Williams as well, but we should be getting the result here. It's Woodrow trying to run forward. It's a great ball into Chaplin. Don't let them score. I would like a clean sheet, even if it isn't 3. Hendry with a great turnout as well. Gives it down the line to Hewitt, who's going to let it drop for Murphy. We could get another one. No, that's a bad pass. But referee, there we go. Whistle's blown. 2-0 away at Oakwell. What a great performance that is. Going into Derby as well against Hull, who are in the playoffs. If we get a result against Hull, I honestly think we'll be safe for the playoffs for a long while. We could afford to go on a really bad run. We don't want to do so, but we could afford it. And that has actually took us to third. We're the top of the playoffs, and if it stays like this, which it probably won't, we will be playing Hull, who are at the bottom of the playoffs. But then again, they're only 3 points off us. If these beat us here, Barnsley and Oxford win, it's all the way back down to 6 or worse, as Pollock's very happy with his game time. But then again, I shouldn't be looking down. With 10 points off Luton, yes, 10's a big number, but we could catch them. No signings in the 3 days before Hull. I feel like if we were going to do some business, which I hope we can do, it will be on deadline day when we maybe see some outgoings as well, because our team is stacked. Maybe we need to release some players who aren't actually playing. Maybe that is something we need to consider going forward, as I'm going to make one change for this game, and that's going to be Hewitt coming out, just resting. He hasn't rested in a while, and Clifton actually played really well off the bench. So McEwen is in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale and Doig in the defence, with McEachran, Harry Clifton and Oztumer in the midfield. Just pushed actually further forward if we can get him. There you go. So he's in camp, so he's in his favoured position, with Murphy on the right wing, Long up front, and of course Martin right there. Garcia didn't play. He's got a bit moody. I mean, I would be moody if I scored off the bench of my debut and didn't play the next game, but he's got to wait. And if we go behind in any games, it's probably going to come on. And let's have a look at this Hull lineup at a deep, dark and dreary day at Blundell Park. You love it. Long, Emmanuel, Greaves, Cobbold and Elder at the back. No Burke or Geordie Device, with Smallwood, Messer and Honeyman in the midfield, so he's recovered from his bad tackle we put on him last time, with Scott, Eves and Milinkovic up top. No Keane, Lewis, Potter. Has he got a transfer? Who knows, because I wouldn't mind taking him on. It was a very exciting game last time out against Hull, wasn't it? There was about, how many goals was it? 7 or 8? I think it was 4-3, so 7, as we don't want that again. I mean, I'd take a win again, but then again, I want to keep clean sheets, as it could actually already be gone. We've had to put that ball out there. Hendry nips in front of the player to keep the ball. He's going to keep it, and he's going to keep on running. Here's Luke Hendry. Give it in the middle now to Long. Across to Oztumer. Now to Long again. Can we find a man making a run? There we go. Oztumer. Great ball through the middle. Could he score in his second game? Oh, and it's a poor finish. Did everything right, but punish them. Oh, now George Honeyman. Don't let them punish us, as it's a great ball to Maciel Mesa, who scores against us again. Come on, boys. We've got to learn from his mistakes, not just let them keep scoring. We find ourselves 1-0 down to Hull. Because of last time, I am not going to get too angry, even though it's horrific defensively and the clean sheet's already gone, because I know what we're capable of. We're capable of a comeback, so I'll let the boys off if it doesn't stay like this. As it is Michael Mesa on the ball again. Richie Smallwood has got a bit of a gap to run into. I'm watching this guy on the left though, as Hendry comes across to make a stupendous tackle, or stupendous, as the ball's gone straight back to them. Clifton, that's why I put you back into the team. Great tackle from you, Harry, as we need you to make the run afterwards. And no one's just on the same wavelength. The Tigers definitely wanting to redeem themselves after last time, as Harry Clifton does have a run on here. He's going to put it around the corner to Oztumer. Put a large cross across the box to Martin, who's got to do better. I thought he'd been fouled when he fell over. It didn't look like a foul. But then again, there's got to be a different excuse for missing that so far. And George Honeyman playing 1-2s with Eves, as we've got to come across. We've missed the tackle. George Honeyman slots it home. It's turned into a disaster class from us and a masterclass from Hull City. Grant McCann's got his men right this time. And where's he even going? Your fans are over there, mate. I don't know where you're running. Even managers on the other side of field, as that's a great finish though. Round McEwen. We didn't get on the line. Matty Pollock, as again, he's not having the best of games. As it is now Hull City 2, Grimsby Town 0. And such good form, but such a bad game. I thought we were going to get red then. No, it shouldn't be any card from him. As, yeah, it's just been Oztumer who missed that one chance, and that's all we've had. Apart from that, been dominated and mauled by the Tigers at home. But Martin, come on, get us back into this. Don't skew whiff this chance, as we're going to keep on going. He's got Emmanuel to beat. Josh versus Josh. And there Josh wins. And that's half time. It's been on a bit of a lull, has Martin? I'd say in the last 2 episodes, apart from like one game where he just stood out, I think there was in there. As yeah, shocking really, shocking. I'm not going to make any changes. If I was going to, it'd probably be maybe Connolly or Max Wright for Murphy, because Murphy's just even worse than Martin at the moment. But it is a free kick to them to start the half off. It's going to be Josh Emmanuel running the show. Ball into Scott, and a great save McEwen. Oh my days, I didn't expect that, as Max Wright's actually going to come onto the left wing for Martin. I tested him then. I know he's got a good finesse as Maxi, so The ball's coming into the box. It's going to be Cobbold who puts it over. Josh Doig now with the ball. Still managed to keep hold of him as Ostuma running forward. Gives it into Max Wright. Right. We've got a player on this side now. Go on, Murphy. Keep that in. Murphy is going to win a corner. Not bad. Not good, but not bad. I wish he would have put that across boxes. Long's not going to jump for that. It's going to fall back out to Maxi Wright taking the corner into Murphy. Good touch that, Murphy, as it's a really good tackle. And Josh Doig with a throwing in this corner. Gives it into Ostuma. Turn long. Turn. It's got Hewitt on. Hewitt has to score. It's not even Hewitt. It's Harry Clifton, the Grimsby through and through player. He whacks the ball into the back of the net, and I'm skipping the replay. What's the point in watching a consolation goal in a derby? No, no, no. That's not how we do it around here. We go for a win. To be honest, I'd probably celebrate the draw and watch the replay, but then again, we do want the win just because it's 2-0. It's going to be tough as... It's actually not going to be tough. Hendry with a great ball into Ostuma, and he's missed another one. So far away. And we've only got 15 minutes, boys. In-game minutes, that is, to try and get something back. As it looks like we're not getting anything back. I can't believe it. It's their literal only shot of the second half. And George Honeyman, the small player, getting revenge for getting snapped at the K-Com by scoring 2 goals against us now. Matty Pollock. What are you playing at, letting him pass that easy? It's Matty Pollock. I don't know. I really like the player. I really do, but he's not doing himself any favours in these games. Oh, and can we get 2 within just over 10 minutes? I'm not going to doubt it. As we've got a ball on there, Max Wright put a good one in. Oh, and I don't know. The keeper wasn't really sure of that coming back to him, and I wouldn't have been if I were the keeper. As Hendry's going to throw it in again. He wants to put a cross in. I'm going to try and walk it in. Crosses aren't working for us. As Ostuma gives it to Garcia. He's onside, and he has his second goal off the bench. This Spaniard needs to play more. Again, I'll watch this because it's his new player. Ostuma with the assist, but he is going to come off, and I don't know how he's beating that offside trap. Another high scorer against Leeds. I don't believe it, as Raul Garcia on the ball again. He's out wide. He's a Timo Werner as Connolly has the ball into McEachran. Come on, boys. We've got a chance here. It's a ball onto Connolly who scores the leveller. Oh, my days. You cannot write this. It's the youth player scoring 2 in back-to-back games when he has immediately come off the bench. I subbed him on when we just scored that last goal, and it's seconds after to level it up against Hull. 3-1 down with literally 13 minutes to go, and it's a youth player who scores literally a P-roll long. That is so poor from you, the keeper, as we have it 3-3. It's a high scorer again, as we really couldn't do it, could we? I'm going to see if we can. It's going to be Honeyman on the ball. He'll be gutted from going for a potential hat-trick to then getting pegged back to only a single point at the moment. There's 4 minutes added on though. Oh, that is very tasty. Ben Sheaf out to Scott. Come on, just keep them out now. I would take a draw from where we came from. Of course, I would have liked to win in a derby game, but we were so far behind with literal minutes to go, and we've clawed it back. Get it clawed against the Tigers. Have some of your own medicine. There you go. As we have done it. 3-3. Yes, not the best result, but I will take it. And it does keep us at the top of the playoffs. Okay, I thought they'd take us over there, and we haven't played any more extra games, so I don't know how it is here, as Buckley has agreed to go to Cluj. It's a 2-year loan with, I think, a buy option on it as well. So I think that might be the end of Keith Buckley. So farewell to him, as we have Swindon up next. I would like to play the same team, but it looks highly tired. I have to rotate, as we are going to rotate a little bit more than usual, because we've got the players who are still quality when they come off the bench, so they've warranted a start. As McEwen's in goal, Hendry, Taylor, Nightingale, and Doig. Yes, Pollock drops out, bit dodgy. Maybe we go for another centre-back, even though I love buying centre-backs, and we've got loads. With Clifton in that CDM role, we're trying to train him up for. Hewitt and Connolly. I was planning on playing Tunnicliffe, but Connolly is on flames, as Max Wright is on the right, Martin on the left, and Raul Garcia getting his first start. Could he make it 3-3, or maybe 4 or 5-3? I wouldn't mind it, as it is against Swindon, who are lower down in the league, away And I'm not going to guess the stadium. I actually have forgotten it. Quick Simulate. They've got a fitter team than us, but we've got the better, I think. And can we get the result? We can. And he does get 3-3. Raul Garcia with the first minute or first goal of the game. Broadbent twigs us back with Clifton getting another before half-time. And Oztumer to get his first for the club late on. You just can't handle the form. Hull City lose again as well to Bristol Rovers. Oh, it's so sweet, as we should be firmly in the playoffs now. Yes, we could lose a game and still remain in there. We don't want to lose a game, but we could do it. You love to see it. And hang on. Hang on. We're not even in the window. We're not even in the window. I've been thinking it's been the transfer window. Next month is the transfer window. That is January. How come we played this game in December in the FA Cup? I don't understand. So we've made us signings. There's 2 signings, I think. Is it 2? Yeah. In December. I mean, I guess there was free agents. I never realised at all. So no wonder we got no bids. I mean, Scannell's gone, yes, but we got no other bids. And now I know why. I am a literal idiot. That is why. As I think we may be able to fit another game in today, and maybe now we'll actually sell some players on and get some in, as it's now officially the window. I thought it was going a little bit slow at the moment. As yeah, now players are going out. Scannell has been sold. Leach is going out on loan. Lafferty's been sold. Fisher's out on loan. That's why he went on loan in the first place. Got monthly scouting report, youth cohorts, and all that kind of stuff, because now it actually begins. And we're actually 9 points off Luton now, just looking at the table as we sim some days on. Don't know if we're going to make a transfer straight away, as I've put a lot of scouts reports out. It's actually a blessing in disguise, I think, because now we get to see the scout reports as they come in. I am actually such an idiot. As we play Plymouth next, I am going to simulate this one as well. I think we have Ipswich after it. Am I right or am I wrong? I'm wrong, actually. We've got Doncaster. So we'll go up to Doncaster today and play that one. Save Ipswich in 3 games for the next episode with a transfer deadline date at the end of it, if I get it right. As we haven't had any bids come in before this next game against Plymouth, where I think, I think I'm going to go with the same team again. Yeah, I know it's not got the greatest of players in it. I'm going to put Pollock in it this time, though. As how does the reserves look? Right, we're lower on reserves. That's good. Maybe we can sign some more players now that would actually maybe get a chance in the squad. I think it is a CDM that we could do with a backup positioning in, or maybe McEachran could be replaced. Anyway, we've got this game to focus on right now against the Green Army. So can we get a result? We get a 1-1 draw. It's 4-4 for Raul Garcia, which is good, but Danny Mayer pegs us back. And we actually got dominated at home. So that ain't the result we wanted, as Ipswich are now hot on our tails. They are flying up the league at the moment as we drop off from Luton as well. That's a disaster. As, oh well, we'll have to keep on plodding along. See if we get any bids for our players. Then we know where we can improve. Because at the moment, I don't have a position in mind, to be honest. Just centre-back is where we're struggling a bit. But then again, I'm not really bothered about getting an immediate replacement because Pollock's going to grow. And speaking of offers, we have one in here. Copenhagen. One Elliot Hewitt. He's been a mainstay and a vital player in the team, but is it time for him to move on? He's missed quite a few chances this season, so I am going to delegate it. If they want to move on to bigger and better things, I will let them. And Copenhagen are usually a Europa League side, I think, and sometimes sneak into the Champions League. So I will, of course, let him go and pursue his dream of playing continental football, as I want the highest I can get, and they're not willing to pay that. Okay, 2% release clause. Just give us a little bit more money, though, please, Copenhagen. There we go. Give us 1.2 and a 2%, and they accept it. Elliot Hewitt, been a good servant, and goodbye. As we play Doncaster next. And speaking of growth, in Pollock, he's gone up a rating as well, as I think I'm going to change it back to one of the first teams that we had. I'm not going to be playing it like I was and us losing the games like we was, well, drawing, should I say. We didn't lose them as, oh, Murphy's been overtaken by max right in ratings now. So he's going to stay in the team, is max right, with McEwen in goal, Hendry, Pollock, Nightingale, Doig, McEachran, Clifton and Oztumer, with Wright, Martin and Garcia, who I intended to replace, of course. But then again, he's younger than Long and he's scoring every single game, so sorry, Chrissy Long, you're the top scorer, but you're going to have to wait to get back in the side. And Doncaster, how do they line up? Lawler, Halliday, Anderson, Casale, James, Gomez, Whiteman, Lakilo, Coppinger, Richards, Okinabirye. We've played them so many times by now. Let's just get it over and done with. Because yes, I think this is the third time we've played them. We've played them in the Cup. We've played them away at the Keep Moat twice. So, fourth? No, I think I'm speaking about the same one twice there. This is definitely the third. As Martin's going to start off brightly. No way is he offside. Okinabirye got right side. Great tackle, that one. Nightingale to win the ball as well. And a great slide. As it's gone straight to Whiteman, though. The player's still down. I mean, no chance that was a foul on him. No foul play there. Great tackle. As Martin is a player to watch. I thought Martin were down then. As Max Wright is running forward. Here he goes. Maxi Wright with the new rating. Comes inside. Can't get past James. And Oztumer with the ball in the middle to Harry Clifton. Look at that. Kike Garcia wants it. Is he going to get 5 in? 5, Kike! Or is it the crossbar? I thought that was in. As Bradley Halliday to head it behind. Bright start here. Garcia's a tall player as well. Can he win a header? He's been flattened and I'm sure that came off a hand. Nothing given as Richards is injured for Doncaster. Don't know which player Richards is. As Garcia puts it behind him to Oztumer. Great exchange. And here he is again. Oh, it's a poor shot. It's a very, very, very poor shot. But he's beaten the keeper who was terrible. Look at this. Look how this bobbles it. It's great build-up. Look at that for a ball, but he hits it straight down the throat of the keeper, who just does not try and save it at all. 1-0. And we have the ball immediately again. Raul Garcia releasing Max Wright on the wing. There's a man at the back post in Josh Martin. Can I get this into him again? I'm not going to hit this first time because he doesn't do well first time. But second time he does. What a finish. Counter-attack. Check. Winger to winger. Check. It's all of them things checked off the list as it's another great goal. And Doncaster, we love a good game against Donny. And Raul Garcia running at the defence again. This is just turning into a bloodbath, I think. Going to put it over the top to Oztumer. Can he get another? He's missed. The amount of chances that little guy misses is actually unbelievable now. He's missed quite a few. And despite that, we have won the half easily. 2-0 as we're going to go straight into the second half. No changes again as we just want to keep it going again. And here we are, the first highlight of the second half. Been a bit of a slow one, this one, but let's liven it up, shall we? Oztumer over the top into Max Wright. Round the corner to Oztumer, who makes so many puzzling runs into Garcia, and he blasts it in. I keep calling him the wrong name now. Raul Garcia is a god. That is now 6 in 5 for the tall man. I mean, that is literally better than Long, who is the top scorer for us. I think this guy might have to be the striker we use in the championship going forward. As look at that. Precision. And he isn't going to get a hat-trick. I'm going to take him off because Long's still got to have loads of game time. I don't want him getting angry. He's a crucial player who, of course, does score goals himself. This might actually mark the end of Jackson Jr., though. He's got an important squad role and definitely isn't important to us anymore. 3 goals compared to Garcia, and Long's quite a few goals as it could have added to it if that were a good pass. And it's Donny on the ball. Alfie Whiteman, who is no longer a Donny player, who's been the best player in this game, as a referee blows the whistle in a good position for them. So I feel for them there, but I don't feel for him overall. They were terrible as we get a result 3-0. That is punishment for knocking us out of the Papa John's. As we are still 8 points behind Luton, but they have a game extra. Definitely not playing any more games as well today, as we play Ipswich, who are now 4 points behind us. We have a game in hand. I don't think they'll play that game in hand. Or they have played the game in hand, and they haven't done well in it, so that is a good sign. Luton getting a draw as well, which is alright. And that is confirmation that our Welsh playmaker has gone. What is with us and selling the Welsh players? We sold George Williams, didn't we, when we came up this season? And now, of course, Hewitt has departed. I mean, Harry Clifton's Welsh. I don't want to get rid of him, though, as this is how the team's looking. Of course, we've got a rating growth now in Doigy as well. Martin's 69 rated. We've got a lot of growth in the team, as that is where I'm going to end it. Definitely need some players to fill up them reserves. Are there going to be reserves players? I don't know. We might get a better place for the first team and knock players down. But unfortunately, guys, this is going to be the end of this episode for now. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget what I showed you at the start of the video, that graph. You've got to subscribe to get them numbers up, as this is where we bring it to an end. Recommend some more names for next episode if you want to see some more signings. And in a bit, peace.